Yep.
Hi, this is Adam Kunzmiller with BGG TV at Gen Con 2015, and I'm joined by Matt Loomis with Minion Games. We're here to talk about DragonFlame. So Matt, what is DragonFlame?
DragonFlame is a card game for 2 to 5 players where the players, instead of attacking dragons like you would in normal games, you get to take on the role of dragons.
Oh, okay.
So there are settlers who are coming and building kingdoms across the land, and they are coming, bringing their riches, and when the kingdoms get, just building villages, building populations, when the kingdoms get, juicy enough, the dragons tend to take notice, and that's when they come in and they attack.
Okay.
Okay. So players are going to be placing cards, which are the treasures of their kingdoms, into the kingdoms that they have, and then after that is complete, the dragons are going to come in and attack said kingdoms.
Okay. So these are going to go in here in some fashion?
Yep, they're going to go in there in some fashion. There's multiple types. There's treasures. They score in a different fashion. Some have a flat value. Some have a scaling value. There are treasures such as the statues, where you only want one of the copy and if you end up with both of them, you're going to end up scoring 0 points, right? So there's reasons why, as the dragon, you might not want to attack one castle over the other.
It's like there's some that have kind of abilities or effects on the game.
Yep, that's right. There are relics. They don't have any score points. They don't score you any points at the end of the game, but they have some really powerful abilities. But as we are dragons, and this game is called DragonFlame, it would not be a game called DragonFlame if there was not the ability to breathe fire upon the hapless citizens of the kingdom. As the game goes, each round you're going to be placing the cards into the castles. You will then, in turn order, as these banners have, you will then go through and choose one of the castles to attack. You'll take all the cards from that castle, and then the castle that you attack is also going to become the turn order for the following round.
Okay.
So it's one of the cool decision points. Like if you might have an early pick, but the juiciest castle that you have might be that number 5,
which is going to be the latest for the next
round. Right. So that's
cool.
That's definitely some push and pull there. But all these cards will go out there. They will go up and face down, depending on your place in the turn order. So there will be some hidden information, some revealed information. And as I said before, like that's 5.
So that's what this is indicating, like
yes.
1 face up, 2 face down,
Correct.
that kind of thing.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah, and so as I was saying before, there's some things that you're trying to avoid. Not only those statues to not end up with a duplicate, but there's knights that are going to fight you, and they're worth negative points at the end of the game. There are cursed treasure chests, which are also worth negative points at the end of the game. And in the case of the treasure chests themselves, which are normally very valuable, but you're only scoring one of them. So the color that you're not scoring are also going to be worth negative points for you at the end of the game.
Interesting.
So there's definitely things you're trying to avoid, which is why that face up, face down information is very important.
Right.
But there's also really things you want to take. So maybe your face down card, you're really hiding a very valuable card like a relic that you're trying to trick them into not taking in a very valuable
There's
position.
some bluffing and feinting going on and stuff like that, and I maybe act like I'm interested in this one because I want them to get stuck with the thing and that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Cool.
So, but the last thing that I haven't gotten to, of course, as dragons breathe fire, is breathing fire upon the citizens. So when you would take, these will also go into the castles, you'll take them, and then you'll get to put these tokens and burn villages to the ground. And the way that this works, it's like an area majority.
Sure.
So whoever has burned the village down the most at the end of the game is going to score points accordingly. But if the village doesn't completely get filled or burned to the ground, nobody's scoring any points for that village. And that's Dragon Game. That's DragonFlame.
What determines the end of the game?
When the deck runs out.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll play through the entire deck, sans 1 card, so no perfect information, but yeah, the game's over. So depending on the player counts, you'll take out some cards for 2-player, or take out some cards for 5, or add in some cards for 5-player.
Sure. And what's the playtime number of players?
So it plays in about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It plays from 2 to 5. The mechanics are all the same, even for a 2-player game. You just play with a different set of banners, and so you'll have 4 cards in hand and have one or 2 hidden pieces of information each time.
And is this available now? Coming soon?
This is available now. Yeah, this was kickstarted last year from Minion Games. Shipped out to all backers in July. It's actually at 3 booths here at Gen Con. It's been doing pretty well as far as demos. Yeah.
Well, thanks again, Matt, for talking to us about DragonFlame.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Pleasure.